How's everybody doing today? Sorry, once again, it's kind of windy out, and I don't know if it's picking up on the camera or not, but we'll just get through it. So, there's a certain amount of suffering that's involved in you figuring out how to basically let go of your emotional attachment to whatever those emotions are that are dredging up based on that suffering. It can be items of clothing like rings and stuff bring up emotion, especially if you were married. You have a ring. Did you keep the ring after you were divorced? Is there an emotion that comes up when you look at that ring? Whether it was the trauma that you experienced in that relationship, or maybe the good times and this and that. And there's a reason. There's we as humans make attachments to certain things. Whether it's an experience, like let's say if you don't like going to the park because you've had bad experiences at the park, you have an emotional attachment to that every time you see it, or a specific vehicle that has been driven, or a type of clothing. Even a certain look on a couch can spark an emotional reaction that you may or may not want to deal with. And when those come up, you'll feel the suffering, and you have to let it come up in order to let it go. If you keep suppressing those emotions down, that's taught in law of attraction, and it's not really accurate. You need to bring them up fully in order, and then release them. Deep dive into that emotional trauma that you're in, and then let it go. Don't just try to push it back every time it tries to pop up. You got to have it get fully into that experience, and then just let go of the emotional attachment or the outcome for that. And that really will open up your world when it comes to your everyday serendipity and stuff like that, because emotions is the strongest vibrational force you can experience as a spiritual being. So your emotional attachment with in combination with your subconscious mind is always like collaborating, or like, to create whatever universe that is around you, especially when like in manifestation. You can manifest good or bad based on your thoughts. It's like, what are you thinking about? And that's what comes to pass. It's literally almost like tit for tat on that level. Now we are trained not to know how that operates, and now we're becoming more self-aware of it during the spiritual awakening, and everybody that's talking about like how to be, you're basically learning how to access that information, because we're only using 10% of our brains. But when we start going on a spiritual journey, you're accessing much more than that. And the reason why I say this is, and you may not think it's like, well, Brandon, I'm not getting smarter. It's like, well, the cause and effect of your reality is happening much quicker, so you are tapping into it. The six senses, whether it be ESP, intuition, seeing auras, serendipity, or bad or good manifestation, whether it's good or bad, you're manifesting them and seeing those auras and feeling that energy much clearer and faster. It's happening much more quickly. So when you're at your part of your brain that's opening up is more like in the spiritual side of things, is more like the telepathic abilities, because that's how you spiritually tapped into the universe. So those heighten. So then, thus, you're using more of your brain. You're being more aware of your body. You'll feel certain things in your body that you normally don't feel, and you can feel if you're unhealthy or not. And certain, like, man, my stomach is like, really feel that I need to like start eating more vegetables, because my stomach is, it's telling me to. You have the instinct, because now you're getting in tune with your body. You're getting in tune with nature. You may even have a different relationship with even animals outside. Let's say animals kind of like maybe had fear or attacked you a lot, and now they're just being friendly and like running around having a good time around you. That's an immediate reaction to your perceptive consciousness and proximity, especially in proximity. And when your vibration gets to a certain level, your attachment to other things and other relationships will alter massively. Like I told you before, when you get a higher vibration, the low vibrational people will not be able to handle being around you, and kind of vice versa. You won't be able to handle around them. It's like, God, I just want to stay away from this person. This is too low vibe, and they're like, oh, something's wrong with them, you know, and they get either aggressive or they want to leave because they can't just deal with it. The two vibrations don't want to like mesh together if they're in the wrong frequencies. So that's why that kind of happens. But that's all I wanted to say today. I apologize if the lighting's bad. I'm always kind of in the wrong position with the sun when I'm standing outside. But as always, I greatly appreciate you guys watching my videos, and have a nice day.